A sex abuse scandal that rocked the Diocese of Buffalo could lead to churches being shut down. The diocese faces hundreds of lawsuits and has already declared bankruptcy. Now a new committee will look into closing the doors of some of these local churches. And now our I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht is reporting on why one group of Catholics thinks their church needs to stay open.
Mark Pasquale worked for years at St. Teresa's Catholic Church, and the founder of the nonprofit Coalition for a Vibrant Seneca Street knows how important the church is to the Irish Catholic community.
St. Teresa's has a very rich history here in South Buffalo because it was the first parish in South Buffalo.
But Pasquale and others were shocked this week to hear rumors that the church may have an uncertain future.
People have come up to me and mentioned about, gee, did you hear that St. Teresa's is closing and stuff? And I said, gee, this is kind of news to me.
The Catholic Diocese has already formed a committee that is expected to recommend the closure or consolidation of churches in the diocese in the wake of sexual abuse lawsuits. Here at St. Teresa's Parish, which is 122 years old, Catholics do not want that tradition of faith to end.
I think it would be very unfortunate. A lot of people love this place. They come here, they sit in the summer, they sit on the stairs. A lot of funerals, weddings happen here, and everybody's just really family friendly.
The diocese is calling the process a road to renewal, and interim Bishop Edward Scharfenberger says we must accept that it's no longer an option for parishes and schools teetering on the brink of insolvency to maintain the status quo. Speculation in South Buffalo started after this post on Facebook saying the pastor at St. Teresa's is retiring. When he leaves, St. Teresa's will merge into Our Lady of Charity. Neither St. Teresa's pastor James Cunningham nor Our Lady of Charity pastor Brian Zeleneski responded to interview requests, but Zeleneski sits on the Diocesan Renewal Committee, which Pasquale says is a conflict of interest.
And if decisions are going to be made in South Buffalo, all of those parishes should be on equal ground, and we shouldn't have this nonsense where there's a renewal or there's a journey. Just call it what it is, tell people what it is, and don't stand there and try to fool people and then blindside them later after they've given oodles and oodles of money for the restoration of all of these buildings.
Diocesan spokesman Greg Tucker said in an email, no future plans have been defined and there are no predetermined outcomes. But there are questions about whether Scharfenberger even has the authority as interim bishop to close churches.
The seat of the bishop is still vacant in Buffalo, and Bishop Scharfenberger has referred to us as neighbors down the road. He is not our bishop, and he should not be making major decisions for our diocese.
Pasquale says it makes no sense to close St. Teresa's, the anchor of a Seneca Street that is seeing millions of dollars in recent investment, while keeping open Our Lady of Charity on a stretch of South Park Avenue that has seen better days. He says the diocese should pay off sex abuse lawsuits with the money that for years has flowed into diocesan coffers downtown.
So if the diocese didn't handle priests who are pedophiles properly, then they should be paying the price for with the mistakes that they made. They shouldn't go to the poor people in the parishes and say, we're asking you to now make the sacrifice for our mistakes. They need to make those sacrifices up there. Let them close their cathedral. Let them sell their own buildings.
For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.